Hello, 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 everybody. How we doing tonight? It is so nice to see so many pretty faces in the audience. And here's the thing I'm most proud of is you guys are the video gamers who aren't afraid of the sunlight. And I love that. I love that. So thank you for making it out here tonight. Hello, everyone. I'm James Dash Patterson, and welcome to League Fest. We're coming to you from the LA Live Complex here in Los Angeles. And as the 2016 World Championship draws to its epic conclusion, we've gathered here to celebrate the League community and the game that brings us all together. Am I right? There it is. That's what I like to hear. Now, we have an action-packed night ahead of us. We've got Primetime League coming to you live. We have an all-mid, all-star deathmatch featuring special guests. We've got Worlds tonight as well, and then musical goodness with a few surprises scattered along the way. So before we get to the celebration, let's get things kicked off. I'm going to hand it over to Josh Kim, who's going to show you guys in the audience and everyone watching at home how you can participate in tonight's festivities. Take it away, Josh.
Thanks, Dash. I am Josh Zell Kim, and I'm here to introduce you guys to our World's Art Wall. So if you guys are here in LA or watching back at home, you guys can be a part of League history. Use the hashtag Worlds on Instagram to get your image added to the wall. Over the next 2 days, we'll be gathering images from all around the world and eventually forming a larger picture, which will go live at Riot. We'll check back in later with updates on the show, and you guys can keep up with the updates on the wall on Snapchat and Instagram. But for now, it is time for a special live League Fest edition of Primetime League.
Hello and welcome to Primetime League. We're live for World's 2016 Finals, and we're here at LA City Hall, where Mayor Eric Garcetti will join me in just a few moments to discuss this historic event being held in the City of Angels.
Hey, don't do anything stupid.
Of course.
No, Mom, the Rams are a sports team, not a herd of animals. That's right, and they're here, but don't worry about it. Oh, wait a second, I gotta go. Oh my gosh, Rivington's in my office? Oh, well, great to meet you.
Oh, I can't believe you know my name, Mr. Mayor. Very nice to meet you.
The world's leading shoutcaster of the world's fastest growing sport, which is going to have its championships in my town. What an honor it is to have you here.
Thank you so much. I can't really express how I feel that you've acknowledged the fact that we're here doing an event in this in the city. What's this? I'm sorry,
Excuse
sir.
me?
What's on your desk?
Oh, that? Well, that's the key to the city. You got to earn that. I mean, wow. You've done a great job, but you probably need 69 years broadcasting for the Dodgers before you'll get that.
That's all right. That's a while. We'll probably be living here for a while.
So let's talk more about the championship.
This weekend.
Enough about the key, right?
Yeah, it's great. The event is going to be amazing.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be great. I mean, we are so excited. So many people are going to be visiting here from around the world. It's going to be awesome. Am I distracting you?
No. Yeah, I'm absolutely fine.
I feel like you're not really paying attention. How about focusing over here?
Absolutely.
Are you even listening to what I'm saying?
Yes.
Really? Then what color is my tie? How many fingers am I holding up? How many fingers?
You're holding 10,
what color are my eyes? Don't look. I don't think you're paying attention, man. Just check. What a jerk.
Yes, I made it. Oh. How did you get here?
Told you not to do anything stupid.
Come on.
Come on, man.
Primetime League starts right now!
They can delay the recalls with Ash Arrows. Look at the arrow! Gonna get teleport! They got him! They started!
SKT punched their ticket to their third World Final!
A 3-0 sweep will send Samsung Galaxy to the World Final!
Yes! Yeah, that's right! I do it again, too! Is everyone ready for Primetime League? Are you guys ready? Hey, okay, a little lighter, thank you. Yeah, that's right. The key to the city was mine. Tried to take it back, but we're ready for Primetime League, and we are ready to get this show started. Are we almost done? We're almost there. All right, this will work. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
What's up, Riv?
That's what I'm talking about.
Nicely done.
All right, we can go wherever we want, but
Yes.
right after the show. So I'm going to stick that there.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to our very first live episode of Primetime League. I am Rivington Bislam III. This handsome man is David Freak Turley, and because we're live, that means we can swear all we want.
I still got to cut you off on that one. Not allowed. I'll bleep you out with the air horn if I have to. You freaking check yourself.
We were in on this together.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It's okay, I'm gonna store this. We're good to go. Continue without the swearing.
Well, we have this magnificent audience here. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for some League of Legends? You ready to talk about League? I'd say it's a prime time to do so. Well, another year of Korean dominance. The Korean team has won every World since 2013, and since 2012, their overall record is 129 wins and 52 losses. That's a 71.3% win rate, much like my Thresh.
Much like your Thresh, I've been the victim of it. It's been scary. It's practically Korean, your Thresh. It's amazing. Your Mata, really. Yeah, so 2 Korean squads in the final for the 2nd year in a row. One of these 2 is going to be hoisting the Summoners Cup and continuing the basically long legacy now of Korean dominance here. And we're going to start by talking about... Yeah, let's start talking about Samsung a little bit. Now, Samsung, or at least a team named Samsung, did win the World Championship back in 2014 with a squad named Samsung White. This, however, is an entirely rebuilt roster.
Still good?
After Worlds 2014, they entirely broke apart. They brought in some new guys, and this new Samsung Galaxy squad are 11-1 at Worlds. They are looking to take down the reigning champions, the teams that everyone is looking at, which is SK Telecom T1.
And an absolutely ridiculous group stage where the time was tempered, but fastest times out of group stage when they're the surprise of Korea. Nobody expected much, and they have surprised a lot of people. And all SKT has done is win Worlds every time they have participated. This is the first time was right here in Los Angeles back in 2013, and now they have a chance to make it 3 titles in 3 appearances with Fakey, Benger, and Koma, looking to hoist the cup for the 3rd time in the last 4 years. Also a good percentage.
Also pretty much incredible. These guys are super dominant. Now, not only are they the reigning champions here to defend their title, but they're just the massive favorites here. Coming in at the beginning of the year, people were like, ooh, who should win Worlds? SKT was on the top of everyone's list. Here they are in the finals, looking like they might just be that.
Well, as we move forward in the show, we'll be breaking down the championship fight between Samsung Galaxy and SK Telecom T1 throughout today's PTL. But first, I need you here in the audience to help me out with something. When I say Mike, you say check. Cool? Let's try it. Mike! Check! Mike! Check! Roll the video!
Nidalee first?
Let's do Jhin first.
Jhin?
Just so it looks different. Their only wave clear is going to be Victor, so if we set up for sieges, we play the disengage, and we can siege everywhere away from Victor. So we can out-rotate with this comp really hard, so that's what we should be focusing.
Yeah.
Alright, good luck, have fun guys, you guys got this.
Thank you, Brolly. Okay, can you check it? Go Nida?
Yeah, we fight. I exhaust Nida. Nice. Oh shit.
Can you keep it now? Echo is roaming. I can look for TP
I have root.
You play siege, okay?
Yeah,
I can go in instant. We can TP now? Yeah, TP now. I TP now? Okay, slowly.
They ult.
We can fight.
Ash have no ults.
Victor dead.
Ash have no ults.
MF dead, MF dead.
Go MF.
Nice. That. Can we nation? No, we cannot. I go back to top.
걸자 이거.
오케이, 일단 지나가 걸자.
오케이. 리신.
나갈 수 있어. 가자.
리신.
라이즈.
못 잡았고.
잡아.
저주고. 더드 가도 돼.
빼면서.
라이즈. 11은 높을.
건다, 얘네 건다. 11은 높을.
오케이.
우리가 걸어도 돼.
오케이. 11은 높을.
못 잡았어.
타올게.
나 가연이야. 괜찮아.
올라프.
나 집 갔다
다시 잡았고.
오케이, 나이스.
끝내자. 깨면 돼. 깨면 끝.
끝내.
끝내.
에이씨.
타워 밀어서. 타워.
오케이, 밀자. 오케이.
지지.
할 수 있고, 할 수 있어. 잘해봅시다.
잘해야지.
야, 완전 반반이야 이거.
피넛부터. 야, 피넛 궁.
우리 날라갔어.
다음 빼. 나이스. 이거 한타 보자. 천천히 봐. 빅토리 높여. 빼면서 봐.
나이스.
캐틀 먹을게.
게임 끝내. 끝났어.
미드라서. 제가 같이 볼게요.
리콜만 끊을게. 야, 빨리 밀어야 돼 이거.
제가 탑 픽할게요. 솔직히 저희 준비한 거 그 카르마 비포 한번 해봐야 되긴 하지 않아?
초반에 갱 거의 안 가고 그냥 시야.
야, 쟤네 잘못 골랐다.
뭐야? 잘못 고른 거지?
네. 저거를 일부러 하려고 하나?
아니야.
잘못 거는 거야.
자, 여기서 우리의 운명이 걸린다.
가자.
파이팅!
젠고. 고.
괜찮아. 잡았다. 나이스.
바텀 나이스.
깰 수 있다.
들어요, 안 돼?
빅터 높을.
나이스. 이제 잡았어. 근데 해볼게.
미포가 못 가게. 미포가.
아 미에 여기 있어.
끊을게.
야 이거 계속 가봐. 나 테이스다. 잘 싸우면 할만할 것 같은데 이거. 해보자. 가인이잖아. 나이스. 우리 노플이야.
천천히.
우리 노플.
우리 스킬 빠졌다. 더블 있어.
나이스. 막판이야.
파이팅!
이거 얘들아 지더라도 후회 없게 하자. 화이팅!
할만할 것 같은데.
갈까?
가보자.
일로 가. 밥. 살았어.
나 못 붙어. 우리 오플. 한 대만. 빼.
제가 잘 살았다.
잠깐만 보고 있어.
이거 우리 못 넣고.
천천히.
아 쉣.
백. 피흡해. 미드 가.
쭉 가자.
나이스.
나 카르마.
난 최대한 애쉬 봐줄게.
야 끝내.
이거 제이스만 잡으면 끝이야.
아니다. 끝났음 어차피.
이쪽 봐줘.
끝났다. 나 드나 있어. 나이스.
아잉고 한번 안아줘서. 나이스.
Hello, LA Live! I'm Shax, and I am very happy to be joined by Martin DeFischer, Linga, Joshua Jatleesman, and Kobe Hartman Kensler. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty well.
Fantastic.
We got Europe on this side, we got NA on
NA
that side, and we also got NA
Clear
over there, but still.
You're actually surrounded by NA.
Surrounded again, yeah.
That's fine.
Hate to break it to you.
But we're having a great time nonetheless. We're here to break down the World's 2016 World's Final lane by lane. But first, we're going to take a look at SKT and Samsung, who met back in summer in the LCK in 2 best-of-3s. It was a clean sweep for SKT, 4-0 there, so that got that going for them at least, Chat.
Yeah, obviously Samsung has been 11-1 against the teams they played at Worlds, but we can't forget where Samsung came from. Since the rebuild, they're actually 2-16 against SKT, and most recently, obviously, they were 0-4 because in the split, they beat everyone that was below them in the standings and kind of lost to everyone who was above them in the standings. So still a tall hill to climb when they face SKT.
And sadly, for Samsung so far, I say sadly, maybe actually good for them, they haven't faced any of the Korean powerhouses yet, and now they are facing one. Obviously, SKT and ROX were in the other semi-final. Kind of made sure Samsung could make it all the way here, and then we got to see if they can actually play with the big boys.
Yeah, we will see what happens. And to get a more up-to-date breakdown, we're going to go lane by lane. Starting in the top lane, you have some problems with the...
We're going to check.
There we go.
Works.
Kobe didn't say anything yet, but it works. So, Kobe, top lane. Duke up versus Cuvée. What do you think?
Cuvée has actually been my favorite player on the entire team of Samsung. This guy has had huge improvements, and this might be the only lane, actually, that I would give them the edge because he has been solo killing some of the top players in the top lane at the tournament. Even though you talk about, the teams that Samsung has played against, Smeb himself said that Odoamne and Impact were some of the best laners, and Cuvée has been solo killing them.
That's the most impressive thing to me, the 15 solo kills when you compare them to the 3 of Duke. But I also want to make sure that we're not underselling Duke. The team gave him a lot of pick priority in their series against ROX, and he had the late game scaling and split push advantage in most of those games. So yes, I do think Cuvée is a place where Samsung could find an edge, but Duke is still really good, if not a little bit inconsistent.
Yeah,
so are you giving the edge to SKT
Cuvée.
or Samsung?
I'm giving the edge to Samsung.
Okay, so.
I'm going to go Duke. I'm going to go against you guys. I'm going to go Duke here. I actually think he's a bit, like you said, a little bit underrated now. A lot of people look at him as somewhat of a weakling on the team, where if we look at the series against ROX Tigers, in most of the games, he actually did just as fine as Smeb. And we looked at Smeb as the best player in the world coming into the tournament. So I think Duke is actually playing just fine. He's not going to have any issues up in the top lane, and that is definitely not where Samsung is going to win.
Kobe, he said Duke, Cuvée. What do you say?
I said Cuvée.
Yeah.
I was the one to start it off.
Cuvée.
Pay attention.
You talked for a long time.
NA-EU. NA's clearly on the side.
Right,
we're not
so
with these guys.
I think we should ask the audience and said, who thinks that Duke is going to win it up? And who's rooting for Cuvée? Oh, wow. There we go. I think the audience...
NA audience.
Well, what? It's a Korean team. What are you... Okay, moving on. We're going to take things into the jungle now and take a look at Blank and Bengi up against Ambition. What a fantastic matchup. Will Bengi bring it home for a third time with his team?
After watching Ice and SKT, you know, just before we went live here, and seeing how happy Bengi was after winning, and he got off the bench, he got a 3-0 for himself. Blank lost the 2 games. I think Bengi is coming in looking super hot, and that's fantastic. Even playing in Italy, and that's great for SKT. They can kind of use both junglers if they want to. They probably will use both, just to try and get a little bit of an advantage by playing 2 different cards.
Yeah, I mean, I think the performance by Bengi was incredibly clutch. But also, when they did pick Nidalee, they said, oops, we thought the other team would ban it. I forgot it was up. Sorry, Bengi, I guess you're going to have to try. I do think that the SKT junglers have a small edge in the fact that they can swap out, but I think Ambition's better than both of them and has been performing better than both of them in most of this world. So, again, a very slight edge to Ambition for his jungle pathing and how well he's been playing so far at Worlds.
I'm going to have to, I'm not actually sure which one you went with, but in the end,
first, and then I'll make up my mind.
That's a good strategy. We're going to split, though, because I actually do think the edge of SKT having one of their junglers sit on the bench with Coma and listen to the communication of the team in the first game, coming in has a huge advantage, especially for the jungler position, because you get to analyze the other jungler without them seeing anything that you're planning to do in that game. So specifically for this position, I think it's so good to have a jungler sub.
Who do you think SKT will come out with from the beginning? Because we've seen that for...
Bengi
for trust issues or just trying to get into the groove of things. We'll see what happens. I'd love to know what you guys think. Bengi and Blank? Okay. Or Ambition?
Even.
50-50. 50-50.
Or Kobe 24.
Yeah,
one guy.
Congratulations.
All right, well, we've heard what you guys have to say about the top lane, rather, and the jungle. We're going to get to the mid lane a little bit later. We just asked the audience as well, and I know you guys will have a really big opinion on that one. But now, before we get there, we are going to see who Riv is hiding in a finals edition of Know the Pro.
All right, LA Live audience, look into that gigantic Vel'Koz-sized eyeball on the big screen and tell me if you know the pro. Who do you think it is? Who? Maybe? Well, if you were one of the people who yelled out Ambition, then you would have been correct. Ambition has been a pro player for almost 6 years now. He's a 2-time MLG winner, 2012 Spring Champions winner, IEM Season 7 World Champion, and 12-time LCK participant. This is his first Worlds appearance, however, and he's managed to make it all the way to the finals. It's not a bad way to cap off one of the longest careers in professional League of Legends. Now, let's send it back over to Shox and the gang to see what they have to say about the mid lane matchup.
Thank you so much, Riv. We're back on the matchup train, and we are going to head in.
Know the pro is now impossible.
Yeah.
I feel like the first few were somewhat logical, where you see like
I'm
a
a firm believer
feature.
of always guess Aframu. You'll be white. You'll be white one of these days.
It'll come out.
Definitely. Well, none of us got it right either, but it was Ambition, and we will be seeing him in that jungle matchup. But now we're going to take a look at the mid lane matchup, Faker versus Crown. And I know that the crowd has a big opinion on that, probably, but I am going to go to you guys first because I value your opinion as well. Colby, Faker or Crown?
Ooh, first dibs. I'm definitely going to go with Faker. I think a lot of people would agree. Just because not only has he, racked up the numbers as far as CS and all the mid lane stats, but the escapes that Faker has had already here at Worlds, dodging ganks, multiple members, dodging skill shots, we even had a bunch of them as far as the highlights, is huge. Plus, if you watch Summer in the LCK, the games that SKT did win against Samsung, they attacked the mid lane, and Crown died quite often.
Yeah, and I also just kind of want to reiterate how much pressure Faker puts on the map and how much pressure he absorbs from the other team. That's where he's really unmatched as far as the mid lane goes. You watch all their games, the enemy mid lane turret is almost always falling down. He doesn't have to roam in order to have that kind of impact because there's always that huge presence on the map. And we had him as the second-ranked player at the Worlds coming into Smeb. He downed Smeb. He is definitely playing like the best player in the world and looking to go for his third World Championship.
So you're saying Crown?
Can you hear it?
Oh, you said Faker. Okay.
Yeah. EU mic there.
I got it on this side, you know, that's
What?
why.
That is not necessary.
And also, I don't hear with the mic, I hear with this one, Kobe. But I'm going to go easy here as well and say Faker.
All right.
I think everyone is going to say Faker, most likely. Crown will definitely have issues, champion pool-wise. He's not playing Syndra. It's going to get banned. We haven't seen his Aurelion Sol either. Mid lane-wise, as Kobe said, they've played against him so many times in the past and never struggle against Crown. So yes, Crown was really good against Rio, and that was great. But now he kind of goes to the next level and takes on Faker.
Yeah, and there's a few things going on in the champion pool with these matchups as well, because even though Crown is a very good player, you look at his ability to play Syndra. They've banned Syndra every game since they lost to it when they played against TSM. He hasn't played Aurelion Sol. His win rate on Orianna is sub 50%. And these are champions that are going to be in solo queue. And these are champions we're going to be seeing a lot of on the world stage. And Faker has proven that he's been able to play most of these champions. So I wonder how much they're going to have to ban at Faker to keep Crown protected.
Yeah, I think the only ban SKT needs is Victor. They've actually already beaten his Victor before, but I think they still will ban it this time.
And what's funny is all time, Faker has a much higher Victor win rate than Crown does.
I mean, that's not fair.
Yeah,
his overall win rate is much higher.
Crown used to lose everything. Crown used to lose everything.
Wins a lot.
All right, well, you guys, it's unanimous, Faker, Faker, Faker. So let's hear what the crowd thinks. Do you guys think Faker is going to take it? No surprises there, but does anyone think that Crown has what it takes?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, is the underdog. That's a good amount of votes
The
for
guy's
the
cheering for
underdog.
Kobe, cheering for Crown.
Yeah, it's for Kobe, guys. All right, well, we've got one lane left. We're going to check in on the bottom lane. Bang and Wolf versus Ruler and one of their tier supports in Core JJ or Race. Can the power of a former Dignitas player take down the might that is
I like that. Slip in the NA.
Yeah, NA has a chance. Brazil has a chance. Crown played over in there.
Yeah, so what do we
really
think?
interesting matchup.
So I actually
Let's
think,
talk about it.
yeah, I'm gonna jump in because these guys don't want to talk. I'm gonna say this is where Samsung
my turn
can.
now.
This is where Samsung actually can win. I feel not because they're better 2v2 lane, but because Samsung will just try to attack it. It's going crazy over there, so I'm gonna turn like this instead. But because Samsung honestly can just play around it. TPs, roams from mid lane, jungle pressure. It's exactly what Rox did against Wolf. You know, he got caught so
Just
often.
so you know, Bang is the highest KDA of any player at Worlds and the highest damage per minute of any AD carry.
I'm not saying that Bang is worse than Ruler, but I'm saying if Samsung is going to win, I think it is around the bottom lane with the entire team, attack Bang, attack Wolf, try and get that early tower like Rox Tigers actually did do, because Faker doesn't roam that much, Duke is not the greatest teleporter, so you can actually attack that bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, Wolf is someone who has been getting caught out of position a lot, but Ruler for Samsung is also someone who's being caught out in a decent number of team fights. So I think the edge, in my opinion, is pretty clear in the side of SKT as long as Wolf figures out what he's doing in the Misfortune matchup, because that was pretty much all of his guests in that series.
He's played 7 games. So.
Oh, I'm
ready.
waiting for someone to pick MF AD and then throw in his Zyra support. That'll be the big surprise for me.
Or are they going to sub in Wraith and he'll play the Lux support? Because he's also been playing that in solo queue. I am also going to go with the SKT bottom lane because SKT have already shown how much poise on the championship stage matters. And Ruler is in his rookie year, and even though he's been great, I think it's going to be hard for him to match up with Bang.
Just want to make sure I also say SKT bot lane.
I thought you
However,
were saying Samsung.
I'm just saying Samsung, that's where they
So it's
can
like
win
a
the
half
game.
vote. In
It's a
case you're
50-50,
wrong,
it's a
you're making
win-win.
sure.
If Samsung wins through bot lane, I look great. If SKT wins, I look great as well. So it's a 50-50.
You always look great, the fish show, don't worry.
Kobe, thank you.
Yeah, okay, moving on, we're going to ask the crowd as well. Who is going to be victorious here? Is it Bang and Wolf? Or how about Ruler, Wraith, and NA's last hope, Core JJ?
That's cheating, cheating. You said NA, say TSM, and then they're also going to cheer.
You just said it. No!
There we go, there we go.
Look what you've done.
Let it all out, guys. Like, get it all over with, and then... All right, so going down all these lanes, it seems like you guys are favoring SKT for most of them. So, predictions?
Yes.
No, actually,
I
I'm
think
not allowed to ask you
SKT
yet. So
has an advantage in this series.
Great, I messed that up. But anyway, we're going to get your actual predictions later, so don't tell them now. For now, though, we're going to check in with Freak for Freak on the Street. And by Freak on the Street, I actually mean Freak in the audience.
Well, thank you very much, Shox. And it's interesting that you tried to correct this because I've never actually been on the street doing Freak on the Street. That would be dangerous. There are cars in Los Angeles. So it is Freak in the audience always, or the parking lot of the LCS studio. Either way, I am here to ask amazing fans here at LA Live trivia questions about Worlds, mostly Worlds this year. If you get the question right, you get a Poro or something else that's squishies or someone holding a bucket. It's going to be great. If you get it wrong, though, someone in the audience gets it, which means you should not be cheering for these people if you have your own self-interest in mind. Just making sure you're aware of which team you're voting for, TSM and not these guys. Okay. So are you ready? Are you aware of the rules? I'll ask you a question, you'll answer it.
What are the rules?
I'm gonna ask you a question, and then you'll answer it.
Sure, yeah.
All right, this is good. I will now go to the first of the questions. I will hopefully not show them to you because they're also written. The answers are written on. Okay. What color are SKT's jerseys? Colors. Sorry, there's two.
Red and gold.
Oh, the audience wins. You should be cheering. You guys won. And there's our 1-1. Sorry, it's red and white.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, okay. It's okay. Congratulations for helping the audience out in winning stuff. A true hero right there, a real support. Okay. All right. Would you rather win something for yourself? This is not the real question, I'm just asking you. Okay. Would you rather win something for yourself or for the audience?
Myself.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever, that's called capitalism. He's making the right choice. He's American.
No, I'm not.
That's true, you're not.
I'm English.
But yeah, it's true, no. And you're wearing a Fnatic jersey, which makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Hey, England's cool, guys, I'm sorry for egging on all the booing. I'm making this terrible. Okay, let's move forward though with the actual question. Good luck. What color is Peanut's hair?
Is it silver?
Yeah! You are a winner, congratulations. Any parting words?
Nah.
NA, yeah, he ended with NA. He said, nah, that's perfect. Way to cheer for the right squad, buddy. Hello.
Hi there.
Are you ready?
Not really.
That's fine, we're gonna start anyway. Okay. Who is the first team to qualify out of wild card and make it to the quarterfinals of Worlds?
Albus Nox Luna.
That is correct, there you go. Thank you very much. All right, next up, we're almost halfway through. Audience, you're running out of opportunities to win free stuff. Hello.
Hi.
How hard is it to see through that, by the way?
See what?
Okay, perfect. All right. What were the only regions who qualified for Worlds and failed to make quarterfinals this year? I'll take one of the two.
EU.
What? Are you where the H2K made top 4? Okay, well, I'm sorry. Audience wins! Yay! Answers would have been LMS and Brazil. And hello, welcome.
Greetings.
On a scale of 1 to Patrick Stewart, how excited are you to be here?
I'm going to go with 9.9.
That's very high, although Patrick Stewart's like a 5,000, so it's actually really low. Yeah. All right. I'm going to give you a question here. It's about the wonderful city of Los Angeles we live in. It's going to be amazing. When was the last time Worlds was held in the Staples Center?
2012.
Ooh, audience wins! 2013, I'm sorry.
Well, I tried.
You did try. Nice try. All right, all right. The second page, the second card. Actually, it's my third card, but it's the second page of questions. Are you excited?
Yes.
Awesome. What a definitive answer. Who is the coach of SK Telecom T1?
Coma.
Oh, he wins. Nice. Well done. Congratulations. Oh, come on. Cheer him on a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Thank you. Congratulations. All right. He's a silent winner, the silent type. I mean, he wasn't looking. It's fine. It's really not his fault. All right. Speaking. Actually, that ruins the question. Oh, well. You're going to win for free with this one. Who was the first North American team to lose a game at Worlds this year?
TSM.
To be fair, they did answer the question right first.
Shout out to Valley Goat and Pampered Chef.
Wonderful. I don't know who those people are, but congratulations for being on the internet. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
Cool. So the opposite of TSM, who was the first European team to win a match at Worlds?
H2K?
It was H2K. Nice, he wins. Congratulations. Would you like to say anything about this award you've just won?
It's another one in my collection. I have 3 poros.
Oh, nice. They'll be well hydrated, I guess?
I know, right?
Perfect. Thank you very much. Congratulations. All right, we're running out of questions. Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thanks for asking. You're the first person to actually ask me how I'm doing, so thank you so much for being compassionate.
You're welcome. You need some.
Can we just give the audience the award and just move on to the next person? That would be... Well, just for that, you're getting the hard question. Who is the most picked champion at Worlds this year? Yeah, see, the audience knows it's hard too. This is what you get.
Nidalee?
No, banned like every game. She's been picked like 7 times. I'll give you another option just because you were nice to me at the beginning.
Okay. MF?
No. You picked some of the worst possible options. It was Karma with 39 games. But thank you for trying. Audience wins! And I got super roasted, which is even cooler. All right, this has been great. We've got one more to go. I believe you're the last in line. Are you ready to be the best?
I hope.
Like no one ever was?
Sure, why not?
All right, great. Hopefully you'll catch some swag. Let me find a question. Oh, okay, here we go. What were the names of the 2 Samsung teams that played at Worlds 2014?
Samsung White and Samsung Blue.
That is correct. A winner we have. Way to be awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, no, pretty easy.
It was pretty easy.
Yep.
Well, you didn't flame me, so I gave you an easier question. You're welcome.
Thanks a lot.
I got you. Easy like TSM at Worlds. Okay, no, we're going to move on. It's just so easy. It's just so easy. You make it so easy for me. It's amazing. Thank you. All right, well, speaking of trash talk, we're going to hand it over to the 2 trash analysts. Sure.
There's only one analyst on stage. It's him. He is trash. I agree. Hello, LA Live. It is so good to be here with you fabulous people. I'm joined by Jake Spawn Tiberi, the one and only trash analyst. How you doing, dude?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Actually, I remember a time when you were a color caster, and I am glad that you will play by playing the final tomorrow, QuickShot. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh. Well, it's good. Australia, South Africa, we're joined on stage. We're going to have some fun with death timers. I'm going to explain the rules to you because they don't breed Australians very smart. The way it works, we are each going to get 30 seconds to argue why we think a team is going to win the World Championship this year, right? I get SKT, so I'm going to fight them. You get Samsung. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm completely fine with that.
You think you're ready for this?
I am 100% ready to talk about Samsung.
All right, I'm going to count you down. Remember, 30 seconds to lose, but it's going to be starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, Samsung Galaxy, you know, talking about SKT first. Best team in the world, they have 2 players in my top 20. Maybe 1 and 2 in Faker and Bang. But the other 4 members, they don't even make it right now. They are playing abysmally. When you have a look at this team, you have to think about their top laner, Duke, a man that died with both summoner spells available versus Looper. Do you know what Cuvée did to that team? Absolutely ripped them apart. The top side of the map. Hey, hang on a second. I've got gold left. I'm waiting in Fountain for this one.
Goodbye. You're out. You're out. Goodbye.
That was way louder. That was way louder than I thought it was going to be. My heart is pounding.
It really is loud, isn't it? QuickShot?
Okay.
Hang on a second.
Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen in the audience, you've got paddles that say this or that. He represents this, I represent that. I'm going to ask you to think about how we did, and then once I've done my rap, I'm looking forward to seeing you hover all that and saying I won, right? You agree with that? That's how the rules go?
Hang on a second. Stop trying to stall for time. I'm going to count you in now. Are you ready, QuickShot?
No, but I'm going to try.
In 3, 2, 1... boom.
Fine. Spawn, you think Samsung going to win? You're deluded? No, I'm just going to call you stupid. Tomorrow, blank could start, and we're still going to win because of just how much your team stanks. You think you're going to take away my crown. You think you're going to be the rulers of the world. Those ambitions, they're cute, but they don't compute. Have you seen the SKT legacy? That shit is not fake, and tomorrow, that's not going to be at stake.
Yeah, QuickShot won.
I'm pretty much saying that's a sea of red.
One thing I will say was that was very impressive.
The worst part is I had 2 more lines I didn't even get to, so I'm going to drop them right now. You better walk on home. I represent the current world champions, SK Telecom.
All right, 2 things, quickly. I have to swim. I live in Australia. That isn't very good at that part. The other thing, you keep saying we. You're from Europe. Did you really jump off the bandwagon that quick?
I did. Yeah, I did. Right. You've heard what we have to say. The audience has obviously voted for me. Everybody at home, jump on LOL Esports. Let us know who you think won. Hashtag QuickShot won or hashtag Spawn won. That about does it for Death Timers. Spawn, it was fun. Do you want to hug it out?
Yeah, let's hug it out.
Yeah, denied. We're going to hand this one over to Zyrene for some real talk.
They told me I couldn't swear because we're live, so QuickShot, you can go suck a fat Timo shroom. And that was actually a really good display because there's something that I want to talk about here. And I'm going to start with some examples. Dardoch, he claimed that CLG's victory over Team Liquid was a fluke. Doublelift said that everyone else besides him was trash. And what was Forgiven's answer to the question, do you think you have the most skill out of all the bottom lanes in Europe? By far. What do these all have in common? They're all considered trash talk, but however garbage you might think these phrases are, they have gone on to become some of our favorites. But why are these great moments so scarce? Because every time a player opens their mouth to praise themselves or give their negative opinion on another player, they risk being absolutely destroyed by the community. We need to create an environment where our professional players feel like they can have those moments where they're unfiltered, unapologetic, and allow them to put their true opinions out there. And as a community, we need to learn how to handle trash talk. We've become so sensitive that when Doublelift gave his opinion and said that he thought that Smoothie was a better support than Bunny Fufu, everybody lost their minds. And when Dardoch said it was a fluke that CLG beat Team Liquid, the community flamed him. But in the end, it made us care more about that quarterfinal matchup. Trash talk at its most basic level is the players gambling with a part of their reputation on the line. They may win, they may lose, but whenever they put themselves out there and take that gamble, you, the fan, win every single time they do that. And when a player invests more into the matchup, we invest more into the matchup. It enhances our viewing experience and our connection to these players, whether we end up loving them more because of it or despising them more. And if we're the real winners, why are we so quick to tear down a player after they trash talk and lose? It's okay to have your jokes about it and have fun with it, but when the player just put themselves out there for all of the viewers and it gets thrown back at their faces, eventually they're going to start being quiet. We are slowly but surely censoring our professional players, and they don't feel comfortable speaking their minds. So we're left with player interviews that lack substance, and when asked for their opinion, we are given ones that are neutral to avoid offense. And now I'm not saying every pro should go out there and start verbally going after one another, but that the environment needs to be more forgiving to allow them the opportunity to do that if they so desire. And also, don't get me wrong, it's not all on us in the community, right? We also need to establish how trash talk is approached behind the scenes. And I think the perfect example is when Forgiven played against Reckless in the summer playoffs. And their Twitter conversation gave birth to the hashtag war of God-Given versus Wrecking Crew. I'm going to be 100% honest here. I didn't care about that matchup until that happened. I started to care, and I looked forward to that matchup. And the best part about what happened in that event was what happened afterwards. They exchanged their jerseys and had the most sportsmanship-filled display that we have seen. And I can't help but think of the quote, "Be humble in victory and gracious in defeat." You can talk trash all you want leading up to a match, but after the game, do not kick someone when they're down. And these are all professional players. They have a mutual respect for one another. They play the game at the same level, at the highest level, and they work tirelessly to put up results and understand that the trash talk is just that. It's talk. And you might be one of those people out there saying, oh, they're public figures and they should grow a thicker skin or they should stay off social media. And my response to you is, if you can't handle yourself when someone talks trash and loses, you're the one who needs to stay off the internet, kid. I would say it's not salt. This time it is salt. But it doesn't make it any less real.
Ah, boo-hoos, Irene. Let's get on with the show, Chad.
All right, Chad here with Kobe. We have a special edition with This or That. It is live today. If you've noticed, you have This or That cards you can help vote with.
If you noticed.
Kobe and I have never seen these before. I assume you guys have never seen these before. We have
we got
7
some
slides,
spies out
which
there.
I think are going to be up on that screen. You ready to go, Kobe?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. First slide.
First slide. Please come up. There we go.
Aha,
favorite
it works.
match of Worlds so far, SKT vs. Rocks or ANX beating Rocks? Favorite match. So this would actually be, if it's match, the whole best of 5
yeah, that's
or just
5
the 1
games.
game.
This is 5 games versus 1 game.
Crowd has actually a very
That's a lot of blue.
Close mix. This is on the left, that is going to be on the right.
I mean, this had a surprise Misfortune support that caused Misfortune and Solo Queue to drop like 5% win rate. I'm going to go with this.
The thing is, if it was a single game, if it was game 4 of the series versus this, ANX beating Rocks was one of the most tremendous games of League of Legends I ever saw live. But one of the best series I've ever seen at Worlds with Bengi coming in off the bench, surprise misfortune. It had everything. I am with the people in the audience that were saying this, as is Kobe.
Let's go slide number 2.
Slide number 2. More clutch sub. Bengi or Core JJ?
Ooh. Now, this is
clutch.
Yeah, well, think about this though, because Core JJ coming in, they've gone all the way. They finished the season in 4th place.
This is another one where
and made it all the way to the semifinals of Worlds.
Yeah. So, Core JJ has been crushing people, but I wouldn't necessarily call that clutch because he's been consistently doing well. Whereas Bengi came in when losing one game literally kicks him out of the World Championship.
I mean, yeah, Blank got them 2 losses, and Bengi comes in, they win the series. I go with Bengi also. Let's go this.
Woo! I'd say 70% of the crowd had that one, so good job, guys. Slide number 3. The Dignitas clutch factor is very impressive. And his
another Core
JJ.
Whoa!
Whoa! Look at the number of that.
Obviously, Jat is going to go with TSM.
You think that? Listen, Kobe. Core JJ is someone who is actually competing in the World Championship. The TSM chant is a meme at this point.
TSM chant is competing right now.
It's either a player at Worlds or a meme. I am going with Core JJ, the greatest Ezreal.
All right, well, we're going to disagree then because I go with the TSM chant. That thing, TSM chant always shows up.
Double Lift chance showing up as well. We finally disagreed. Let's get to the next slide. All right. Better SKT team, 2015 or 2016?
Ooh, I have to immediately go with 2015. I mean, they didn't drop a game till the finals. They dropped a single game. They absolutely crushed it.
Even if you just look at the years they had, 2015 SKT was so incredibly dominant in Korea. They hadn't lost a game until they were up 2-0 in the finals to the Tigers. Then they dropped 1 and then they closed it out. Whereas this SKT's already lost 4 games. Wasn't
no contest.
No contest.
Audience, pretty much everybody said blue too.
I want to see 2013 SKT. Even then, I think 2015 SKT was better. Let's get to the next slide. Slide number 5, I think, worse for solo queue.
Oh. I think Brand works just fine in solo queue.
Look at all the people that are saying that. Yeah, you know. I'm saying support MF is worse in solo queue because I think Brand has been good in solo queue as support for a long time.
And some more MF is not universally good against Zyra, right?
Yes, it is good against Zyra because if both the AD carry and support hit a plant, it kills it right away, which no other supports can do.
Also the other factors of the move speed and the make it rain. But yeah, let's go.
That was awesome. Next slide. Who will win Worlds? SKT or Samsung?
Prediction time here.
Prediction time. I'm seeing
There's a lot of blue out there.
A lot of Samsung. I like how it's color-coded as well with between the blue and the red. I am going SKT for a pluritude of reasons.
I am also going to go with SKT, but I'm going to have a lot of hope for Samsung. I hope that we can get 5 games.
Yeah, that's the thing, because if you look at their records at Worlds, Samsung has been doing very well, but they've also, in the quarterfinals, played Cloud9 and H2K, whereas SKT just played the Rocks Tigers, and they played RNG to get through, which to me is a much formidable road.
And most of the team are returning champions. Like, these guys have already shown the discipline, you know, and the composure on stage. So I think we have to go with SKT favored.
All right. Do we have another slide? I believe we do. This or that.
Hey!
Who blocked it better? Peanut or Leo?
Peanut! Peanut's is natural! Leo looks so forced!
Look at this. Very few DiCaprio fans.
Yeah, I'd definitely go Peanut. Go this!
Yeah.
There we go.
I agree. Peanut, that was pure exuberance from Peanut.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I believe that was the final side. So that's going to wrap it up for this or that. You guys have been awesome. If you weren't live voting already, you can tweet hashtag this or that. Let us know who you think won. Let us know who you think got those slides. This is fun, Kobe.
When we disagreed on like one slide?
We disagreed on one slide. We did it.
Thank you, guys.
Fantastic job, gentlemen. I think that last one was totally a this anyways, but now it is time for some of the best plays from semifinals, or as Los Angeles can call it, the Penta! You guys are awesome.
Dashing in to number 5, it was H2K's Odoamne with the surprise Kennen ultimate to turn the fight around.
Ruler's gonna look for Vander. Vander's caught between a rock and a hard place and he's down. Here comes Jankos. He's throwing down the Righteous Glory, looking for Crown. They traded 1 for 1. The Proto Belt forward. Forgiven's on the board. Core JJ
Jay's dead. It's a 1 for 3.
Honestly, perfect timing for H2K. They knew Samsung were pushing for that mid tower. They knew it was just a matter of time before the engage happened, and Oda Amne had just a few seconds left on that ward. He pulled the trigger. They managed to get the engage, and they get a tower as well.
At number 4, it was SKT's Faker with the game-winning shockwave.
They're trying to keep him out. Repel gets away from the stun. He goes in for it, and it's secured by Bangi. That is a big deal. SKT, the shockwave, a shutdown. They've got 3 already. They're looking to kill absolutely everybody. Rocks Tigers getting wiped off the face of the map. Smep, the only one alive.
We were waiting for the big shockwave. Big thing about casting an Orianna game is waiting for the ball control, waiting for the big shockwave, and this was that fight.
And this is why I put so much emphasis on clutch players.
Faker was truly unkillable as he survived 1 versus 3 in our number 3 play.
They do see Faker, and the Cocoon's not going to land, though, so can they get anything else? The flash chase, it's Smeb onto his face, looking for a little bit more, and he's not going to go down. Faker, with just a ghost, gets away with it.
He knew they were coming. The second Gorilla charged at him in an empty lane. He did a minor step upwards, forcing the Cocoon to ever so slightly miss. This leaves mid lane exposed, but Prey is here to defend. But that was so close. Faker saw the enemy support running at him. He knew he was getting ganked, and then the Cocoon was just a hair short.
At number 2, it was the tag team of Rocks Tigers, Prey, and Peanut to turn the tide in this 2v4.
And now Prey is here, Exhaust is on. 1 kill picked up, a Faker gets it back on a Gorilla. Smeb running out of health and gets shut down as well, but Prey, does he find the targets? Peanut has Guardian Angel, maybe he plays frontline. How much can they really get? Prey turns it back around, looks for Bang, looks for it all. He's got 1, what else can he get? It's gonna be Blake in his sights.
He's coming back.
Faker's low, how much more can they get? The stun's coming in, and it's Duke with the big play, but the turnaround from Prey, turning it back in, the chase, the resonating strike, and the ace comes through for Peanut!
And in our number 1 play of the week, it was Prey's arrow seen around the world.
Rocks doesn't actually have to stop pushing right now. They can delay the recalls with Ash arrows.
Look at the arrow.
Can he get teleport?
He got him!
They stopped it!
He stopped Duke!
Originally, Echo was recalling, canceled it and wanted to get there quicker, changed to teleport, and it just barely gets there in time.
Look at that arrow. So now I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who came out here today. But before we go, we still have some unfinished business to take care of. I hear that a few of us still haven't done our picks, mainly everybody on the stage. Well, you can wait till last then, Mr. Caboose. So, Shocks, we'll start with you. You can show your work if you want to. We have a little bit of time, so if you feel you need to discuss why you chose SKT to win, go ahead.
Disclaimer, I'm not an analyst, so I'm not going to give any background. No, I do think SKT is going to win. I love the story that they were coming back here in Staples Center where they got their very first title, and Bengi is back in the lineup as well. So I feel like they have a lot of momentum going for them, and I hope it turns into 5 games. But in the end, I feel like SKT is going to lift the cup here.
So is there a chance there for 1 or 2 games in? Or?
I mean, I definitely hope so, but I think we all do.
All right, Zyrene, Trevor?
So I think SK Telecom T1, but I don't think it's going to be as close as everybody thinks, or sorry, as much of a stomp as everybody thinks it's going to be. That's the big thing there, because Samsung Galaxy have looked better and better, and people are like, oh, maybe they haven't played the best opponents, but I do think that Samsung Galaxy, the patch is way better than when they were in Korea for them. Cuvee can play better champions in the top lane now, play more to his style, and I feel as though Ambition has stepped up and Crown has really come into his own, and Ruler hasn't been showing any of those nerves. So I think that SKT will win, but I feel Samsung has a really good chance.
Wow, a lot of hope there from Zyrene.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I want
in?
it to be exciting. I'm just sad you said we have some extra time, but you cut my rap off. I had a whole album worth of content left.
No, wait, we have time. We have time in my segment. How you manage your time isn't on
look,
me.
I think SKT is going to do it. I'd love it if it went to 4 or 5 games. But the story's just too big. 3 out of the last 6 World Championships. Like, it's amazing.
All right, Spawn.
Oh, you're my personal microphone holder. This is good. Unlike my segment that I did and got destroyed in, I actually think that SKT will take this one quite handily. When you have a look at it, our biggest, I guess, complaint is that Samsung Galaxy didn't have to play against the Rocks Tigers, and I think that maybe if that happens, they don't even get to the final. So I think that they had the easier side of the bracket, that their players are a little bit too inexperienced to be able to take it. In saying that, much like Zyrene, I think that they will snag 1 or 2 games because their early game is really, really dominant at the moment, and I think that they will be able to at least pick up 1.
So what you're saying is hashtag QuickShot1?
Don't say it, it's bait. I say SKT, these guys, I actually think it's going to be a 3-0. I hope it's not, but I think SKT's going to be playing very well.
That was quick. Yeah, I'm going to get 2
double
mics,
mic.
please. Give me a third one here. Give me a fourth as well. We need all these mics here to say SKT is also, you know, I'm going to say SKT is also going to win. Very exciting. Give me more mics. Can I get a 5th one? Riff. No, SKT is going to win. 3-1. Samsung gets 1 game because why not? And that's going to happen.
Just throw it in there for him.
Faker allows it.
All right.
Faker
Yeah.
wants to.
All right, Freak.
For how much you give interviews, you moved around so much and made life incredibly difficult.
Have you had 4 mics in your face before? It's distracting.
How about the person talking steps out into the front of the semicircle?
All right, here we go.
Yeah,
Freak.
here we go.
All right, it's me.
Boo!
This is Freak. He likes pizza
here we
and
go.
soccer.
No,
Freak,
we're
what's
good.
your pick?
I think it's SKT. I'm just going to go back to where I feel uncomfortable being alone up there. I think SK Telecom T1 are the favorites. I became Australian randomly. I really like Samsung.
Good day, mate. Put some shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, but to be honest, I love the Samsung story. It's great because Pastry's in the NA office, and I just say mate to him all the time as well.
We don't speak like that.
I don't
We say prawns.
We did. This is like a game of
Prawns.
telephone. We
Put
did
some
so well
prawns
that
in
the
the
message
barbie.
got derailed halfway
Yeah,
down.
anyway.
All right, what do you got? Who are you
I
picking?
think SKT is going to win. I love the Samsung storyline where they were like 0-19 against KT Rolster
right.
and then beat them anyway to come in. They're like 2-16 against SKT and like maybe they can do it. I really want Samsung to win. I'm stopping to show emphasis, whatever.
All right, Kobe,
Anyway,
Kobe, give me your pick.
How do I follow that
You can't.
masterpiece? That was, honestly, though, do we really need 8 people saying SKT here? I think this is a little redundant. What does the audience think? That's SKT. I think I'll just go with the audience then.
That's TSM then. If you go to the audience, you're predicting TSM.
Oh, I'll go, yeah, TSM.
TSM.
Absolutely perfect. As Freak would say, you guys put a great